Hi Leo, welcome to your reading today. Pick a comfy spot, grab a nice warm drink, and let's see what the universe wants to tell you. So today we're going to be doing a future self spread. We're going to pull kind of five piles here. We're going to see who are you now, who will you be in the future, something you need to spend less energy on, something you need to spend more energy on, and what does your future self want you to know. Then once we're done that, we're going to pull a self-care card and a mantra card for the week. So let's get into it for Leo. I'm using the Energy Oracle deck, and I'm also using the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, and then also the Pocket Modern Witch Tarot deck. I haven't used it too much, but I'm really loving this Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. It lines up pretty closely with the original tarot. Some things are a little bit different, which I like. And then there are 3 keywords on the bottom of each card. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so the first pile we have is the Door to Value and the Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups. And that is who you are now. So I think right now you're doing pretty good, to be honest. I think that you've been working really hard to achieve your goals, and while also having time for, the people in your life. The only thing out of whack in this first pile is this 5 of Cups. So for some of you, you might have lost someone. Someone close to you might have passed away recently. And if that is you, I'm so sorry. That's always hard, no matter who it is, no matter what age we are. It's always a hard thing for people to go through, for sure. If this is not someone who has passed away for you guys, I think this Five of Cups represents the coulda, woulda, shouldas in our lives. So I think right now everything is honestly pretty good for you. But there's that little bit of coulda, woulda, shoulda. What if this? What if that? So it's a little bit of that going on. So who will you be in the future? Oh, sorry. I had to cut a little part out there because I live right beside an airport, like literally right beside an airport. Not a major airport, but a small airport for like prop planes and stuff like that. Excuse me. And when I say right beside, I mean across the street. So when they take off and they land, they are right over top of where I live. And it is so unbelievably loud. It's like, it's impossible to, it would be impossible to hear me through that. So sorry, I had to take a little minute break there while the plane took off or landed or whatever happened. But let's get right back into it. So yeah, I think that you're doing pretty good right now. There's just some coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of energy. So who will you be in the future? You got the 6th chakra and the wheel. So the Wheel of Fortune, luck, progress, and change. So I think in the future, you're going to come to some realizations that there's really no point in the coulda, shoulda, woulda. There's really no point in it because yesterday's gone. Tomorrow hasn't happened yet. All we have is today, right? So yeah, in the future here, absolutely. You're always going to have that's the thing about being human, is that I think that, any of us who do any type of self introspection or work on ourselves, or try to progress spiritually and whatever, we're only human. We came here, we are going to make mistakes. All of us are going to make mistakes. All of us are going to overthink at some points. All of us are going to not have the best thinking patterns and coping mechanisms at every single, like, you're not born knowing everything, right? So, but I think in the future you're gonna have a better handle on the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. But there is always going to be, that human side to all of us. There's always going to be that human side to all of us, and that is totally okay, as long as you recognize it and are able to manage it and tell yourself, like, okay, I'm overthinking, I'm thinking about things that I can't change, so I'm just going to let this go. I think you're going to get way better at that in the future. So the third pile, we have something you need to spend less energy on. You have the door to personal healing and happiness, the Knight of Pentacles, and then we got the Lovers, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So something you need to spend a little bit less time on is worrying about what you don't have, because that's only going to bring you not having that stuff still. If you are constantly focused on what you don't have, and that this person has this and this person has that, and I'm this age and I should have these things by now, and I should be this far along by now in this part of my life, and none of that matters. Everything happens in divine timing. Everything happens for different people at different times. Some people don't buy their first house until they're 60 years old. Some people don't start following their passions until they're 80 years old. Some people go back to school when they're 50 years old. Some people don't have children until they're in their late 40s. Everything happens for everybody at different points in time. And I'm just going to throw this out here too. If anybody around you ever makes you feel like you should have done something by now and you're some kind of disappointment for not being there yet, you can just tell them where to go, honestly, because that's not the kind of energy that we need in our lives. We need to be our biggest cheerleaders, and we need to surround ourselves with people who are also our biggest cheerleaders, because there's no room for this energy, for the devil energy. There's no room here for, like, oh, so and so has this but you don't have this, and like, when are you going to get married, and when are you going to have kids, and when are you going to buy a house, and when are you going to do this, and when are you going to do that? We're spending way less time on that. And like I said, if anybody around you is doing that, it's easier to recognize it in other people and kind of protect ourselves from that and push that energy away. It's a little bit harder when it's ourselves who are doing it. But there is, if you spend too much time focused on what you don't have, it just creates more lack energy. And I have the Four of Pentacles here, and I also have the Knight of Pentacles. And this is interesting because the Knight of Pentacles is usually not pictured this way. But in this one, she's holding on to the coin just like the Four of Pentacles is. So if there are some things that you haven't accomplished yet, that's totally fine. Everything happens in divine timing. Don't hold on too tightly and constantly be afraid to lose what you already do have. We're going to flip that energy to being grateful. Okay? The more gratitude you show for what you do have in your life, the more it will breed more of that energy. Okay? So less, being afraid of losing what we have, less being upset about what we don't have, Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just getting over being sick still. Okay. So something you should spend more energy on. You have Man Holding the Heart and the Queen of Pentacles. I absolutely love that. What else do we have? We have the King of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Magician. So kind of sort of what I said here. So we're going to spend more energy on being grateful for what we do have. Things are going to come and go, and we have an active say in a lot of that in our lives. Like either you put the work into something or you don't. But worrying about losing something or worrying about never getting something that you're working towards does absolutely has no there it makes no difference. The only thing it's going to do is keep you in fear and keep you in the lack mentality, which just delays you getting those things. Or, I don't know if any of you remember that cartoon. I'm probably dating myself. I can't remember for the life of me what the actual cartoon was, but there was a girl called, I believe, Elvira, and she would hug and squeeze the animals so tightly that they would run away. And that's a little bit of the energy that I'm getting. So if you, like, let's just say, as an example, that you have a partner, but you're not where you want to be in your career yet, and you don't have a house yet. And maybe you'll never be able to own a house, and that's absolutely fine too, because it's crazy out there. But sometimes the not having the other things will make you afraid of losing the partner, and the tighter you squeeze, the more they're not going to want to be constricted, right? So we're going to spend way more energy being grateful for what we do have and creating more of that abundance by being grateful for what we do have. Okay. Last pile, what does your future self want you to know? And I love this so far. You have Caring Connections and the King of Pentacles. Oh, I didn't even notice that. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So kind of like the example that I was giving before, I think that some of you do have a partner and that part of your life is good. And there's some other things that you're not quite where you think you should be yet. But like I said, don't worry about any of that. Like these things will come when they're meant to come to you. And then you also have the Sun, the Star, and Temperance. I don't know. So your future self wants you to know that everything is going to be just fine. Everything happens in divine timing, and all of your dreams and your wishes will come true if you just take a deep breath, relax, and focus on gratitude and joy as opposed to fear and lack. Okay? This is an absolutely beautiful message for you, Leo. I love this message. I don't think there's like a better outcome here. Caring Connections, which is basically the Lover's card, the King of Earth that you got to match the Queen of Earth, then the Sun, the Star, and Temperance. That is the most beautiful energy for an outcome. That's just absolutely amazing. So before we go, we're going to pull a self-care card, and we're also going to pull a mantra card. The self-care card is something that you can do this week to show yourself some love, to relax, to, just take care of yourself, because that is so underdone nowadays. We there's so much to do and not enough time to do it, and we really do need to focus on self-care. So let's see what you can do this week, Leo, to take care of yourself, okay? Write a gratitude list. What have I been saying? Okay, we're going to do that this week, Leo. You're going to write a gratitude list, okay? You're going to take 5 minutes, doesn't take more than that, and you're going to write down 5 or 10 things that you are grateful for in your life, and you're going to put that on your bathroom mirror or somewhere where you're going to see it multiple times a day, and you're going to either say them out loud or say them to yourself in your head, like, I am grateful for this. I am grateful for that. Okay? Gratitude, practicing gratitude will bring you more things to be grateful for. It's the law of the universe. That's how the universe works. The more you're grateful and joyful, the more things the universe delivers to you to be grateful and joyful for. Okay? So last card is going to be your mantra card. On one side of these cards, there's a little message, and then on the other side is your mantra. So let's see what your mantra is for this week, Leo. Okay. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Energy flows where my intention goes. I couldn't make this up if I tried. The energy flows where my intention goes. So spend some time being joyful and grateful and relaxed, and more of those things, and that energy will come to you. Okay, Leo? Okay, that's what I have for you today. I hope this reading has been insightful. Until next time, remember, you are smart, kind, beautiful, and brave.